three lasers. I'll show you on the ceiling here, right? So the green laser tells me where I'm pointing it. The red laser is telling me I'm about 5.5 feet from the ceiling, and there's an invisible laser. So Doug's going to turn the gas on over there for us. Well, that's warmed up. So there should be gas coming out of that hose. He turned it on.
I did turn it.
You got to turn it good. It's like a quarter turn. It's really hard. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm not sure. Now we're on. Yeah.
Did you notice how it went right on through and out the other ear?
I'm a trained professional. Don't try this at home. So what's happening is it's telling me there's like 200 parts per million of gas there. So I'll pass this around so you can mess with it. Again, don't point the laser at yourself or anybody else. Battery's getting a little low. So this has a 100-foot range, right? It has a 100-foot range and it works through glass. So if you have a locked building or you pull up for, to an order of gas outside, right? Yeah, you got a leak in there?
No, take the tank.
Oh, it's over here.
Turn the back off.
Oh, you just didn't get out of the way. Oh, no, it's good. We'll be good. So it works through glass. So for a size-up tool, this is terrific. The incident commander can pull up on the scene, lays the storm drain, lays the sanitary, lays the house next door, lays the gas meter on the outside of the building, right? The only problem with it is it only does natural gas. That's all it does, right? All the instruments, any instrument that you use for hazmat has an Achilles heel. This Achilles heel is that it only does natural gas, right? So for a size-up tool, it's pretty cool. We got to work with New York City Fire Department. We think this model is best. It's $12,000. Everybody goes, holy crap, we can't afford that. My first day in the burn trauma center was $59,000. I signed myself out and ended up back there the next day. Not a good idea. Kenny Patterson's, my captain's bills were over $1 million, just in medical bills. So I'll tell you something else real quick while I'm thinking of it. A couple weeks afterwards, I had these people calling me and, telling me all kinds of crazy things, and they wanted me to hire them as a lawyer and all this other stuff. And so I went to my attorney and I said, I don't know what I don't know. He goes, we're going to sue everybody. I go, no. I've survived. I'm the happiest guy on the planet. I don't want to sue anybody. I once got a parking ticket, and that was enough for me. And he says, okay, you got $30,000 you don't need? I said, of course not. He says, that's what you're going to pay me to defend you. I go, I didn't do anything wrong. He goes, they will eat you on the witness stand, and they will make it your fault. Yeah. He goes, so I said, I didn't do anything wrong. He goes, take your chances. So I said, all right, we'll sue everybody. So it was ridiculous. In this instance, it went on for 5 years. There was 15 attorneys involved for 5 years. Do the math on that. So for you guys, your eyes and ears out in the street, right? If the gas guy says something to you, or a neighbor says something or whatever, make sure you get that information to command and make sure he knows that you've got some good information coming, right? So anything that gets jotted down, or your SOPs or whatever, if you call it an SOG, doesn't mean it's not admissible in court. It is. It's called a business record, and all of that stuff is admissible in court. Your radio transmissions are. So again, as you guys being the eyes and the ears is really important. So it got so crazy. I heard a couple stories yesterday where I was talking, and there was a fire chief somewhere in Jersey that got fired, and because he falsified some records. This is not a joke, especially if somebody gets hurt or somebody gets killed or there's a large property loss. There are no friends. The utility guys had violated their own procedures. 2 of them sued their own company. So if you think there's good intentions out there when something like this happens, there isn't. It's all about cha-ching and who's gonna get who. So
Lawyers don't get rich.
and the lawyers are gonna. That's right. So I'll pass this around. So all you need to do is push the measure button once. We just got a gas going out there.
You want to turn it back on?
Yeah, for a little while. So this is the calibration puck. I'll put this over there by Doug, so you can use this as a target as well.
In New
So I'll pass this around so you can mess with it again. Don't try not to blind anybody with it. All right, so your 4-gas meter, right? This is probably a little more than you guys need to know, but your 4-gas meter probably has a clip on the back, right? You ever look at it? Probably got a clip on the back, right?
Yep.
Why?
Sometime the shirt.
So you can put, so you can put it on your gear, right? This is called a personal monitor, right? So the 4-gas instrument that you guys have, the 4-gas that you guys have is a personal monitor. So here's another stump the chump question. I know you can't answer this. Why does it alarm at 10%? Your meter alarms at 10% LEL, lower explosive limit, right? So where's that on the goalpost? It's way to the left, right?
1%.
It's actually 0.5% gas, but it alarms at 10% gas. 10% LEL, sorry. 10% LEL, right? Why does it alarm at 10% LEL?
So you get the fuck out?
So you get you out in time, but who sets that standard? The reason it alarms at 10%, this is a personal monitor, it's designed for confined space. It's not designed, so these are explosive gas detectors, right? So what do we always say? Oh, the utility's got better instruments than we do. The utility has an instrument like this, right? That one can reach up to where the gas is or reach down to where the propane is, right? This is a metal oxide sensor. It's a different sensor than what's in our 4-gas, right? What's in our 4-gas that we all use, you push measure once, it'll turn on and turn off the lasers. The sensors that are in our 4-gas are different. They're catalytic bead sensors, and they're blind to about 2% LEL. They just can't see it at that low level. Remember I said every instrument's got a weakness? Well, the weakness of a catalytic bead sensor that's in here is that it's blind to about 2% LEL. So have you ever been to a gas call, smell gas, and get a 0 reading? Yeah. It's because your 4-gas, your personal monitor, right, is blind. So the utility comes in with a metal oxide sensor. Don't ask me the chemistry, it's way over my head, right? The metal oxide sensor works really well, and it detects down to almost 0, well, like 1 part per million, right? So it'll get a really low level. So when our fire department instruments aren't getting a reading, and the utility comes in and goes, oh yeah, that's where it is. It's because they're using a metal oxide sensor, right? So I don't, ooh, this is bad. I don't sell these. There's several different manufacturers. There's several different manufacturers of these. They all kind of look the same. This is about $500, right? So it's kind of within everybody's range. So if you pair this up with your personal monitor, you've got a good combination, right? So the next step up is, this is a 4-gas. There's a 4-gas built in with the metal oxide in the tip. So when you come up to a gas leak, the metal oxide's picking up right away and giving you low levels, and this will give you, standard 4-gas measurements that you're used to, right? So questions, comments, smart remarks, good dirty jokes? I'll pass these around. This is what a catalytic, I'll show you, we'll finish up with a couple slides. This is what a cat bead sensor looks like. There's 2 coils in here, I'll tell you how it works later, but they actually burn the gas. So when it gets to 100% LEL and the gas is burning in here, right? What does the instrument do? It shuts itself off to protect itself, otherwise it would burn itself up. So it's a cat bead sensor, catalytic bead sensor. It's a good technology, it's old, it's been around for a while, it's very reliable, but it's blind to low level. So I'll pass these around so you can see them. So, grab an instrument, I'll put a little gas